First off, for anyone who hasn't seen Leverage, what's the most important thing for them to know about Elliot?
Well, Elliot's a tin man. He doesn't have, he's the military took his heart out, so he's trying to get that. Is that fucking Yoda?
Yes, it is.
So he's the tin man, and he's trying to get his heart back. The military took it from him, and it's fun. It's fun to watch this character start growing into caring more about people and all that. Now, I think, and I know for a fact, it's probably going to come back to bite him, and you'll see him switch to what he used to be, and that's coming up, which is a fun little arc for me. But I mean, he's the tin man. I think he's looking for a heart, but it's just unattainable.
So, in Angel, you did some fighting here and there, but you were mostly a lawyer. And this, it's nothing compared to what you do on an episode-per-episode basis for Leverage. What kind of training did you go through to play the character?
John Rogers wrote this role with me in mind. He knew that I was a fighter, and he also knew that I'm a wrestler from Oklahoma, so that's my base. I'm a wrestler, so and then I studied a little bit throughout the last couple of years in Kali, which is all elbows and knees and stuff like that. But other than that, Mike Massa was on Angel. He was David Boreanaz's stunt double, and he was fight coordinator and stunt coordinator. And Mike let me do all my own stuff, and I've always done my own stunts. For 12 years, I've done my own stunts. I'm very fortunate to say that in Hollywood, and I'm getting older now, so it's hurting a little bit. But John and Dean are very respectful of that, and I think that that's unreal that they would allow an actor to do as many stunts as I do, And to not have a stunt double and just have it for me, I think it helps the show, but at the same time, it's a little bit of a liability. And we've been fortunate so far. I only go to the hospital 2 times a year, and every season, but we've been fortunate, and it's fun, man. I'm fight coordinator. I coordinate the fight. Nobody, so it's a testament to them, but it's really fun for me. It's the best job I've ever had.
So there's a whole lot of geeky references just throughout all of the shows, especially with Hardison's dialogue. When you're reading through the scripts, do you think pick up on a lot of them, or do they just go right by?
Well, I'm the tough guy, so it's like this and that. But to be honest with you, I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm a freaking Star Wars fan. So all this stuff is like I pick up on it. I do understand it. Yeah, I don't like to. You won't see it on screen because Elliot's not the guy that would understand it. But I do pick up on it. It's television. I was on freaking Angel, man. You know what I mean? I'm one of those guys. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun, and I do pick up on it. It's a lot of fun. But it's funny watching Aldous have to say those lines sometimes. And I just laugh.
Yeah.
You've played everything from an evil lawyer to a stay-at-home dad to, the Elliot character. What's your favorite kind of role to play?
Not a fucking stay-at-home dad. I did not like that being that role. Listen, it's the action. It's the adrenaline. It's all that stuff. It's the thing that when you were a little kid, and I was 13, 14, 15 years old on the side of my bed praying that I could play a role like this. I mean, this is the role that I came to Hollywood to play. And I like the action. I think that there's good drama with action, and I don't necessarily need to be Stallone or anything, but this is fun for me. I want to be Steve McQueen, you know what I mean? But you can still act. A lot of people have forgotten. You can still act and really hit the drama, even though you're doing action scenes, and that's what I love about this most.
So the Leverage crew really feels like a family. How does that compare to the cast?
Well, it's the same. It's actually more. We have to remember on Leverage that there's parts of us that don't like each other. Very hard to do because in season 3, this is 3 seasons of the show. The cast still loves each other. That's a rarity in television. We still all love each other and care for each other dearly. And I think that bleeds out on screen. We have to forget that sometimes when I'm mad at Hardison or when Nate's mad at, so we have to forget that we have to remember that we're playing roles and forget that we really love each other, you know what I mean? And it's very rare for a cast to still be this tight and this close and love each other as much as we do.
So I actually just have a really serious question to ask. Well, we really love the episode of Angel Dead End, and we want to know, does the evil hand ever get in the way of any of your fight sequences and Leverage?
Yeah, I don't know whose hand I've got right now. I do know, and that guy died. But I killed him, actually, which is really morbid. But thanks for the hand, bro. Unplug him. It does. It does. There's I still have evil hand issues, and this thing's starting to hit a lot harder. Actually, I think it's trying to get away from me. So when I throw it, it's actually trying to leave my body. So it makes my punches a lot harder.
Fantastic.
That's great.
I think